Oh my fucking god. I have to do this again? I'm sent to Discord. Ah, fuck. Hold on.
We're live, guys. Keepin G-Real podcast. Here for NFL playoff preview. Back with some mainstay, guys. Got my boy, Chad. What up, Chad?
Oh, not much. Just enjoying the warm house when it's cold as shit outside.
We got my boy, Kyle, over here. What up, big Kyle? What's shaking, kid?
What's up? Not much, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking pumped for this. This is the first time we've ever done any visual. It's a Discord, so we're gonna have people hopping in and out of here. We could have Darrin in here. We could have Anton's here, but he's gonna be off doing whatever. I keep looking to my right because I'm used to my whole camera being to my right. It's actually right in front of me. So if you catch me looking around, I apologize. Darrin will be in and out. I sent the link to a couple other buddies. Oh, there's Anton right there. We're live, Tom. Tom, say what up.
What up?
He's going to be in and out, depending on what's going on. And I know
Kyle,
I'll
be in and out, but I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Gotcha. I know Kyle's thing really isn't football, but I'm planning on making Kyle like my future podcast co-host / like IT guy. Like he's going to be my young Jamie. You know what I'm saying? My assistant.
Dude, funny story. I am an IT guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want Spencer to do it with me, but like since I started this together, I kind of did it. I wanted like something for us to do together, but he wasn't really into it all that much, which I kind of did it like because I wanted to do something with him, but it is what it is. I'm just going to get the link now, send it to people so they can all listen. So what's going on, guys? Talk to me.
It's kind of a downer today because I was like halfway through the day I thought I was going to the Bills game, and then I ended up not being able to go, but
oh, yeah. Tell us about that. You got some cheap tickets or some shit?
yeah, I was going to get, like, the tickets are dirt cheap at the Bills Stadium right now. The one problem is the Canadians can't come over the border. So they can't.
Right where they belong.
Wait, you can't. I would assume if they have a passport or an advanced license, they could, right?
No, I think it's because COVID lockdown will get them there, or it's so bad they lock down again. So they can't come over for the playoff game. And then, so there's probably some season ticket holders like that. So they can't come, so they're selling it for whatever. So, like, nosebleeds, they're selling for, like, $40. And that's counting, like, the additional fees. So, like, $30, $35 a ticket. And I found, like, I could have got three tickets for, like, $70 at the, like, at row 28 in section 121. Like, down to the first level. That's ridiculous. Like, if I really wanted to spend $150, I probably could have got right next to the first row, middle, like, towards the middle of the stadium.
Nice.
Type of stuff.
Just be up there
but
like fucking PPOP, kid.
But, you know, that's, like, ended up not being able to go because my wife's got work. She's working tomorrow.
Also, none of us wanted you to go fucking alone. Drive all that way to go to a game.
Well, I couldn't go anyways. I don't have a second car, so if I did, I don't think anyone could have stopped me. I probably would drive it tomorrow around 11 o'clock or maybe like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to get up there, but it's fine. Hey, we still got a chance to have Bengals Bills for the AFC wild card.
Yeah, so you can get that ass cracked, kid. Get that fucking ass cracked.
All we need is if it ended up us, KC, the next week coming up, and then the Bengals versus you'd have to beat Tennessee, which is doable, and then you'd have to come up to Orchard Park.
Listen, we potentially have one of the easiest paths to the Super Bowl, depending on how it flops. I think I'm fucking scared of Tennessee, dude. We just beat the Chiefs. Honestly, like, it's the Bengals. We'll probably fucking lay an egg or some shit. But, like, the teams that we have beaten and then the way we performed against the teams that beat us, I'm not scared of any of you motherfuckers if we play to our best of our ability. I ain't scared of none of you.
Oh no, that's what you guys are playing good. You got a good quarterback. You got literally the rookie of the year on your team, Jamar Chase. And then Mixon's still doing good. He's healthy now. He's not hurt or anything, so he's doing well. You got a good team over there. Then your offensive line has gotten a little better.
Well, it's still one of the worst in the league because you got to remember
he's gotten sacked.
Well, Burrow's just the fuck is that? Burrow's just nasty. But you got to remember Riley Reef was pass blocking well, and he's done for the rest of the year. So,
bruh.
Who just did that?
Kyle, he's messing with some sound shit.
I got soundboards, man.
Dude, yeah. See, this is the shit. This is the shit I'm talking about, Kyle. This is why this is why.
Is that the fire sale one?
But this is why I need you as my co-host, like, because I know you know how to do all this stuff. And you listen. Don't think I've forgotten. I was sitting down the other night looking at getting that plaque because I owe you a plaque for being guest of the year. First year.
Baba Booey.
So I owe you that plaque.
So
but yeah,
I about that actually. Yeah,
dude, and we got to go back and look at the time and all that stuff because I don't remember if it was 2019 we started it.
It was 2018 maybe. I don't know.
No, it wasn't 4 years ago. I can look right now.
You got me on.
I think it was the year after I came back from California, and I came back in, I think it was 17 or something like that.
No, it can't. Well, I'm going back and look now.
No,
you fucking asshole. Okay, so the first one is August 2018.
Wow,
it's 4 years.
Wow.
Jesus, I gotta get my shit together, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
And to think, it all started from a moment.
Bruh.
Yeah, and I can't see. I don't know if anyone's watching this thing or not, but like on my YouTube, I can't really see if people are watching.
Well, here's the thing. If we're gonna, I'll actually start working on this tonight. Honestly, after this.
If you listen, Kyle, if you're down about being my co-host and helping me get this, if it takes off, you're coming with me. You're my co-host, man.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then, no matter what happens, no matter where we go, we could do this and get all the boys on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. I actually know people who make music, and I got a guy who owes me some work for graphic designing.
Oh,
so,
there you go. So
I got people owe me.
Down,
I got some favors saved up.
Shake it down.
That was me.
All right, so I guess we'll just get into it. I gave a couple other people links. I dropped the link in the NFL chat I'm in with Adam and Keegan and the guys, and Darrin. None of them responded, but Darrin probably has Discord, so he probably could get in here at the same time as Anton can. So we'll just, Chad and I will just start by talking that football, and Kyle, you just like listen and start because you're gonna. You can like say stuff or ask questions. If we say anything and you ask one of us a question and we can explain shit to you, we're gonna do a lot of sports podcasts. So you're gonna want to start watching sports and shit. So you somewhat what's going on. What's your first sports question?
First question is, this is my question for both of you, okay? So you guys get invested in these teams, right? How do you get in mind like the players? Is it just like like the players like names? Like how do you remember the names?
Personally, I feel like it's with anything else. I think it's with anything else. If you really like something or care about something, your memory about it's gonna be better. Like for example, I suck at statistics. I suck at math. I can tell you like fucking roughly how many catches and yards and touchdowns Chad Johnson got in like 2009, but it's because I like care. I can remember all these players off the rosters. I could tell you like their PFF scores. What teams that we like Chad and I like we know so much because we care. We've watched it so much. I mean, I don't know how easy it is for you, Chad. I'm like an encyclopedia with that shit, but. Chad's pretty good too. Chad knows depth of teams. Chad will tell you like a practice player off someone's team. Chad will be like, "Oh, that's Robert Johnson Jr." I'm like, "Who the fuck's that?" Yeah, he just got bumped up off the practice squad. He's not bad. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, get him off the practice team. Get him on the field.
Dude, you have to know all those random players because once one goes down, you know, like, well, this guy's coming up. Gotta get him on the board.
Well, isn't like people put on the bench? Aren't they like the biggest wild cards though? Like the people have never been out there. Because the thing is, like, it's like you're looking at the guys like like let's just use Tom Brady for a sec. But when you bring someone on the bench that has like basically no I want to say exposure to the media, like how do you think? Like there's two ways that goes normally, and at least from my understanding, either you're a good player or you're a phenomenal player.
I'll let Chad take this longer than me, but I will say most instances you're deep down the depth chart for a reason or you're not on the team for a reason. Usually, right. Unless you slip through the cracks, the coaches know if you're good or not, but Chad can explain on
that. Yeah. The only time that it does benefit a team is when, like, for like a wide receiver or even a quarterback or sometimes a running back, they don't know how they run. There's no tape on them. So with no tape, you don't know how they're going to do their routes, how they're going to throw the ball or how they're going to interpret like what to do. So it's like it's hard. So it basically puts like a mystery out there. So like for example, if a quarterback's hurt and then they might get the backup quarterback in there, but they leave it up to game time. It's like, are we going to get that guy? So now we have to prepare for both. But if you don't prepare for him at all, it makes it harder to. I mean, if he's on the bench and he's like a third string, if he's a third string, he's probably not going to do much. But there are people who've came in and done a lot because their first and second string are like they're hit they're home run.
Every now and then there's guys that are good hidden on teams and depth charts somewhere, and sometimes it can happen. Listen, a lot of fans don't know what they're looking at in terms of scouting and stuff. Like people have crappy opinions based off like old football lore and philosophy, and most fans don't really know what to look for and what to see in players. And in scouting players isn't a perfect process. You look at, there's a lot of factors you got to look at. And there's a lot of people, like I have a friend, someone who probably be on this podcast at some point, probably not tonight, but like Adam and I disagree on a lot of things when it comes to scouting. Like, for example, I'm pretty good at like figuring out what quarterbacks and most of the time I'm pretty good at like scouting these players and what rookies are going to be good.
Yeah.
A big one for quarterbacks for me is the biggest thing for quarterback for me is, are you accurate? Like, can you make the throws all over the field with accuracy? And, who did you do that against? So, and a lot of times Adam doesn't see it that way. Like Adam used to act like, remember Colt Brennan, Chad?
No.
You don't remember him? See, that's the thing. So, like, Cole Brennan was that quarterback that played for Hawaii, and he had these gaudy, crazy numbers. He had, like, a bunch of records in passing that eventually got beaten by guys. And, like, go look at his numbers. Like, he had, like, I'll look him up. He had, like, crazy college stats, but he didn't beat anyone. It's like playing 7-on-7. Like, who the fuck does Hawaii play for? The WAC or the MAC? He ain't playing Clemson.
Yeah. They don't play a good divisions at all.
So here's my question. I think, Chad, you might know this. And the question is that, like, I want to know, do you know the whole, like, process of being scouted out, like, as, like, a high schooler? Like, because there's a lot
Similar
of people
to
nowadays.
college.
Well, that's all they do in college. Because there are people, like, here's the thing, how do you get the actual, like, those degrees to go to school full ride?
You just got to be good.
Football. Well, that's not it, but, like... How are you even know? Like, how is your name out there? You just play and play and play, or
high school film?
Scouts get paid to go watch you.
So high school football is huge, and like a lot of the times, some people will move to certain schools or certain areas to be able to go to play for certain schools, so that they're gonna get more media. But I mean, some people just get, and then you can even take your game tape and send it to other colleges and say, hey, this is my game tape. Check it out, type of thing. But a lot of the stuff, like in Texas, there's so many big high schools down there. Dude, some of those high school football teams can beat college football teams down there.
Oh, wow.
Those boys are big. I mean,
that's what she said.
Okay, so listen to this.
So
listen to this.
fucked.
Colt Brennan, right? Played 2005, 2006, 2007, right? He played in the WAC. Can you name a team out of the WAC? I can't even name another team out of the WAC. So he played for a WAC.
Every time you say WAC, okay,
it's like Western Athletic Conference. He played like fucking like Southern Oregon fucking institution. Like no one knows them, right? So listen to his numbers. His best year, right? 5,549 yards, a 9.9 yards per attempt, 58 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, with a quarterback rating of 186. That's insane. But when you go watch his tape, he had bad throwing mechanics, bad foot mechanics, didn't have arm strength, couldn't read a defense. He didn't play nobody. It's like, go do that against Alabama and all those good teams. Go do that in the SEC, then come fucking talk to me. The only dude that's ever done it that bomb in the SEC is Joe fucking Burrow.
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama, let's go. Coming for you, Chad. What are you gonna say, Kyle?
That's you. Even looking at those those players in the big conference, you also have to be careful too, because sometimes like those quarterbacks, they're like, well, that's a good quarterback, but it's like he played in a more professional scheme, but it's like he has literally all his wide receivers were top picks sometimes. You know what I mean? First round picks.
I don't know who played for Colt Brennan, or with him.
Yeah. But that's huge.
Well, I guess we should get into it.
Oh.
Let me find the actual bracket, because I typed in playoff picture and it fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate this shit. You try to use CBS Sports and it's like, it tries to throw videos and shit on you. All right, so what we'll do is we will start with. I don't want that. What the fuck? I want the wild card matchups, assholes. Here we go. Okay. So I guess we'll start with the NFC. And we'll start with Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. So who do you like in this game? I don't have all like the inactives and stuff, the injury designations, the COVID stuff pulled up. I know the Bucs are like down players, especially at wide receiver, but I think this is going to be a slobber knocker of a game. Like, so what are your thoughts on this Tampa Bay game and the Philly game?
So, from what I heard is it's gonna be like 20 to 30 mile an hour winds.
Yikes. Down
there in Tampa. I think it's raining. I haven't checked lately, but so I think Philly could definitely keep it within 8 points. So if we're talking spread wise, I think Philly could hold the spread, probably get like by 6 points or whatever, or 4 or 5 points. I don't think it'd be by a touchdown, but get close enough, you know. But I think Tom, and even though he doesn't have his good wide receivers, like Godwin's out, I know that. Godwin's, Antonio Brown's gone, and I'm not sure if Evans is in. I think Evans is gone too for this game. So, but they did get the running back, the Fournette back in there. So I think that's gonna be huge for him. But you know, I think Tampa Bay can win this. If they lose, it's because Tampa Bay beat themselves. I don't think Jalen Hurts is good enough to beat, because their defense is still good. Tampa Bay's defense isn't that bad.
I still think Tampa Bay should be the favorite.
No, they are. They have the Forrest Buckner and all, like, and that big line going in there. They can rush 4, and that's all they need. You know what I mean? They don't have to do too much. And I think they're going to try to keep Jalen Hurts back there because they can hurt him in the run. So they're probably going to have someone spy him as well. They're probably going to try to contain him and say, "Hey, throw your best ball and see if it doesn't get picked off," type of thing. But Philly has been running a lot as well.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to stack the box a little bit.
Yeah.
Stack the box.
Yeah, I agree with that. So when you look at the way these teams match up, you go like by matchups, positional matchups. The Bucs have one of the best offensive lines in the league. I don't know if they're who's injured, who's not, but that offensive line is one of the best offensive line units going against one of the better defensive line units. This battle is going to be like a beast in the trenches. Whoever wins on both sides of the ball in the trenches is going to win this football game, because if the weather ends up being that bad, it's probably going to help the Eagles out if the weather is going to be that bad. I mean, Tom's good in the cold weather. Are you muted,
Tom's
Chad?
kissing his son. Tom Brady's kissing his son. What's up?
So Tom Brady is usually really good in the cold weather, but it's not going to help him like you'd want to play. And it's not going to like be easy on him.
I actually, quick question for you guys. Would you
What's up, buddy?
What would you prefer? Would you prefer to play football in the heat of like 100 degrees or like sub-zero
That's a
weather?
good question because both of us have.
Yeah.
I'd rather play when it's colder. Like if you made me choose 100% between super cold or super hot, I would probably pick hot. But if I could pick any weather, it would be colder weather. Like, Chad, what do you say the coldest games we played in? We played in some games where there's snow. We played once where there was snow.
Yeah. We played with snow. I mean, there's cold like this, like the Bills game coming up. I would not want to play in that cold. Like a degree, like 1 degree is like the max for the game. And that's not counting wind chill. So it's going to be like probably 10 degrees, like probably minus five when you start the game. I wouldn't like that as much. But when it's super hot and humid, you're just sweating and the sweat's going to get in your eyes and stuff like that. I feel like if you dress warm enough for a cold enough game, like 19, 15, you can definitely. And then once you're in the game, you have the adrenaline. Your blood's pumping. You're going to be warm unless you're sitting there too long.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you play. I mean, if you're a football player. But yeah, I would rather play when it's hot because once I get sweaty in a sport, I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'd probably, if you're asking me the extremes, I'm picking hot. But if you're asking me to pick a weather, I prefer colder. Like anything like between, 25 to like probably like, I don't know, 30 to 60 degrees. I'd rather play in that range. But so we were saying about the Bucs. The Bucs have one of the best front sevens. Eagles front seven's pretty solid. The biggest thing for me is so in my bets. So I made my bets and I took the Eagles to cover. I don't think they're going to win, but I took them to cover because when you look at the injury designations for these teams and how they match up, Jalen Hurts isn't going to beat you consistently down the field, right? So the Bucs don't got to worry about that. The Bucs have to stop the run, stop Jalen Hurts from getting out and creating in the short and intermediate pass game and running the ball. The game's going to be closer than people think because of the weather, because Darius Slay is going to follow Mike Evans all over the field. That'll be a battle. This game's going to be a closer game, but I just think Tom Brady's just too good. And I think when you really look at the rosters as a whole, the Bucs roster is better. Now, I might not. I don't know. 12 points is huge. What was it for you, Chad? What did you use to place your bets? I used DraftKings. They were giving the Eagles 12.5. That's a lot. Or no, 8.5.
I saw 8.
It was 8. But still, 8's a lot. I'm thinking of the Steelers game. They're giving the Steelers game, like 12.5. I'm like, Lord. So
I don't. Yeah, I definitely.
What are you doing, dude?
You wanted to see it.
What are you doing, dude?
I think that I think Philly can cover the spread, but they're not gonna win.
Philly,
I think Jalen Hurts, he's good enough of a runner. He's a decent passer, but he doesn't have the passing strength, like ability, I think, to beat Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady, even without the pieces he's missing, he still has been winning games.
Yeah, I think that if the Bucs get up early on him, Philly doesn't have the juice to throw their way back into the game. So I like the Bucks, but I like Philly to cover. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I'm gonna take Bucks 17, Philly 14.
Oh, did you bet the under with that too, or no?
No, my bet is just Philly to cover.
Oh, okay.
So how that works, right? Philly's just got to be within an 8.5 point margin.
8 points.
Right. So as long as they don't lose by over 8 points, they cover.
Hi. I would think that I think the score is going to be a little higher than that. Even with those conditions, I think Tom Brady and them are used to it down in Tampa. And then Philly, it's not that it's not windy there, so I think I think the humidity might hit them a little bit more down there, but I think it's gonna be like a 27 to like 17. Well, no, 27 to 21 game.
Would you pick in your bet?
I didn't pick that score.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in that bet, I just did player.
What'd you make? Legos? Yeah, Lego. What'd you make? A house?
Yeah.
What is that, dude? You got a house?
We'll put it back up there, buddy. But yeah, I honestly think I didn't bet. I just did player props. I did like I forgot who I said to score, but like I did passing touchdowns and like rushing yards and things like that. Because I was like, I'm not touching this game because I wanted to pick the Philly 8, but then like I know if I pick it because I have bad luck, that's something not going to happen right for me. So I did. I think the only one I picked points wise was the Bills games because I do think they're going to beat the Patriots. That's the only reason I picked points wise.
What did I take? I just took the Bills to win. I didn't pick the spread. I just picked the win outright.
Oh, okay. It's -4.
To me, that game could be all over the place. So I just picked Bills to win outright. I feel like with your team, well, we'll get to that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, but so yeah. I mean, I don't know what Anton's not there. I don't know how he feels about the Bucks and the Eagles, but I don't know. Like the thing that's funny. What's that?
Darren has to be pretty positive about the game, I would think.
Well, I mean, he's probably rational too. I think this game has the potential to be closer than people think because if Tom would have had Antonio Brown not running around like an idiot, and if you'd have had Marquise Godwin or whatever his name is, what's his name? Godwin?
Yeah, Godwin.
Yeah,
it's Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. I always think of Marquise Goodwin. Chris Godwin. Well, he's another player.
Is he even in the league anymore?
Yeah, he is. He was playing. He was playing for the Texans last time I knew.
Okay.
Did Goodwin play for the Bills?
Who?
Didn't Goodwin play for the Bills at one point?
No.
No.
I remember. I remember that. Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Let me see.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, no. Where is he? You got your camera on your phone?
1 second. No,
I was
looking
at
my bet.
I heard him. Where there? Yeah! What up, Jake? I got him. I fucking got. Yo, Anton, look who's here. What up, baby? Oh, dude. Can you guys hear it?
He's muted.
You're muted, Jake. Unmute yourself. He muted himself, not me. Yeah, there he is. Oh, okay. There's the little dude. What's up,
Evan,
dude?
Little dude.
What's up, dude?
Evan, that bet I put in, Devontae Smith, anytime touchdown. Devontae Smith over 44 receiving yards.
I don't know why you do these player bets, man. You're a psycho.
Fournette over 63
dude,
rushing.
Ton, this dude's crazy when he's doing player prop bets where he's like, I bet $1,000 Devontae Smith do a backflip cartwheel into the fucking end zone for a touchdown.
And then I even added
what are you doing?
from another game. I said Najee Harris anytime.
What are you doing?
Claypool over 42 and Kelsey anytime.
You look like
Dude,
Daddy,
I'm telling
don't
you.
you?
He looks just like you, man. It's like a rough look. Look at me here.
So what's up, Jake?
Nothing. Wait, what day is it? Friday?
Who knows?
I think in 2 weeks we'll be home, so we can do this full time.
Well, now that Setzer and I figured out how to do the Discord like this, if we could still do them together, but this is cool because there's video. I just gotta get my lighting better. I look like a fucking vampire in here.
You do. You look like Edward Cullen.
That's what I said earlier.
What the fuck is an Edward Cullen?
He's from Twilight.
Yeah, he's from Twilight, dude. You never read books?
Twilight. You never made fun of Twilight?
I wonder what would happen if I shut the light out.
I'm actually currently watching Twilight as we speak.
So, real quick before we go on to the next one, I need Anton and then Jake to both give us a brief synopsis of the Bucs and the Eagles game. Anton, go.
Okay, Bucs Eagles.
It's got to be quick because then we're going to all jump to the next one on top of the next one.
All right, Eagles defense is good. It's going to depend a lot on Jalen Hurts. Can they get a run game going? I don't think the Bucs defense is as good, but ultimately in the end, I think the Bucs will do enough at home to get a W. But I think the game will be a lot closer than it.
That's what I said. I picked the Eagles to cover the spread.
Yeah, I think the game will be a lot closer.
Jake?
I think Jalen Hurts is going to step up.
Oh, God, here this dude comes.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
No, you're good.
All right, bye.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to step up, but I think that Tom Brady and the Bucs are going to be way too much for him. So I got Bucs 34-10, and that's a lock.
Okay.
34-10. Ooh.
Yeah, it might be a little much, but
Yeah, like I picked 27-21. So
no, Eagles are gonna get crushed. I think, unfortunately. Can we move on to the Bills game? Well, yeah, we can.
Let's see what we got next.
we're doing NFC right now.
Okay, so this one,
maybe
this one's gonna be the hardest one for me. Dallas versus San Francisco.
Ooh.
Chad?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yo, San Fran, that last game, that was a beautiful game.
Chad, what are your thoughts?
San Fran's running off a hot streak right now. So, but Dallas, as long as they get their shit together and learn how to use the running backs they have, I think they can win this game. And then Dak isn't a slouch either. So I don't think he's going to be the deciding factor. I think it's going to be how Elliott and how they use Elliott and Pollard over there. Because I feel like Elliott hasn't really gotten to his stride because of Pollard's taking so many touches, to be honest.
Oh, dude.
But I think with all the weapons Dallas has, I think they can win out San Fran, but it's going to be like less than 3 points. I think it's going to be a 3-point game or less to decide that game.
Threes are short, so you think it's going to come down to a field goal?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to come down to probably San Fran having to score a field goal or 3 or 4 maybe. Like maybe down to like San Fran having to get a touchdown to win the game.
All of a sudden he's like, run.
Because, I mean, they do have the – it starts with a G. I know his name.
Who?
The quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Garoppolo's coming back to play, so unless they and they're probably going to use Trey Lance every once in a while to do some trick plays and shit. So San Fran could come back, I guess, but I don't know. It seems unlikely.
Poor dude's crying. What's up, duder? He's like, these motherfuckers are ugly.
Dad, you said they looked good.
All right, boys, gotta go.
All right,
Bills.
later, Jake.
Later, Jake.
So, who do you like?
I do like Dallas, but I think they can easily get upset, to be honest. Like I said, it all depends how they get the running game started. Because if they get the running game started, I think their passing game, because Amari Cooper is still healthy, I think, right? From the last time I knew.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Amari Cooper likes to decide he's not going to play out here in the streets.
Oh, well, he likes to go to Dallas Mavericks games and get fined because doesn't have his COVID shot, and or he was not wearing a mask at the Dallas Mavericks.
But I mean, they still have their good. They still have good wide receivers over there. So I don't know. I think they can. And their tight end situation is getting a little better this year. So at least Dak's throwing to him more often. So I don't know. I do take the Cowboys in this just because I think they're the better team. But I think San Fran, if they run the hot streak they're going right now, they could definitely go through Cowboys.
Right. Interesting. What do you think, Tom?
San Fran. I think San Fran. If they do the run game, again, they're not like Garoppolo's not going to probably challenge Diggs and them on the outside. He's normally up the seam type of guy. This is actually a really crazy matchup. This is Layson, so he's obviously going to get involved in the podcast because he's just a crazy cat. And he's sniffing everything. But I think Garoppolo goes up the middle, which is you're going to get one of two things. You're going to get a heavy dose of Parsons, or Shanahan is going to figure out a way how to confuse him. Yep. So I think the game is going to be really based on the scheming of both the defense for Dallas and the offense of San Francisco. But this could be actually a tough matchup for Dallas. I'm actually going to take Dallas by 10 in this one. Still,
that looks good.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a pretty good.
Someone else is hopping in here. Is that Kyle? Oh, Jake's back.
I heard the baby in the back.
What's up, bro? He knew he couldn't stay away from us for too long. Stay away from that ass, boy. Oh, poor little dude's just crying. Where did Kyle go?
He's so chunky, man. He's a little chunk.
Chunky, Cece, you talking shit about Nick? No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, my kids are all. I love calling my kids chunky. They used to be all real chunk monks. Now I only have one chunky guy.
So what are we discussing now?
Dallas and San Fran.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
I'll just keep.
I don't know. Wait,
but I think you look like Fred Flintstone, CC, and I like it a lot. Evan, what are you wearing? Hammer and chisel? Temple. Mary says hello.
Tell her I said hello.
Hi, Mary. I met you in real life.
Hello.
Yeah. Anton, what are we making out there, young man?
Grilled cheese and soup.
Grill that ass, boy.
He's making a fancy grilled cheese with bacon and ham.
So my take on this game is
we got
big cows. We got.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
So my take on this game is okay. So what I seen from San Francisco last week was very impressive against a team who I thought they beat the Rams.
Yeah, they came back.
Yeah, they should have never beat the Rams. Okay. So
Jimmy Garoppolo, it was their running game that beat the Rams.
Right, but here's the thing. The problem is that running they did was so crazily spearheaded by like multiple backs, Deebo Samuel. I know it's a lot to keep track of, but that was like one of the more dominant running performances I've seen this whole season. Not only did they do that, but they did that against some of the best front seven players in the league. They just ran all over the Rams front seven. Like, they got some fucking hogs on that defensive line, and they got Aaron Donald, who's probably defensive player of the year again, in my opinion. Him or Myles Garrett.
How are you, like, well, here's my question. How are you decided as defender of the year?
Well,
is it like just how many blocks you've gotten?
No, it's like
is it like a style thing?
It's like it goes off obviously your statistics, right. But now with Pro Football Focus, there's like way deeper, more advanced statistical analytics now, and Football Focus is really flushing out, you know, real deep grades and analysis on players. So, for example, most dudes that don't know what they're looking at are like TJ Watt's the defensive player of the year because he tied the sack record and he only did it with like 3 less games or whatever. But there's a lot of stuff on the field that he's not good at. He's not the best run defender. He's not the best coverage player. So when you look at other guys at his position, Myles Garrett, dudes like Myles Garrett, dudes like who was I just talking about?
TJ Watt.
No, I was comparing TJ Watt to dudes like Myles Garrett. Who's the other guy I was talking about? Who's the dude who plays for the Rams? D-tackle for the Rams, Aaron Donald. So when you compare him to dudes like Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett, they grade high in everything. Run defense, pass rush, all that stuff. Like they're just better players and they produce better at everything at a higher level. And guess what? TJ Watt didn't even have a 90 pass rushing grade this year. You want to know why? Sacks aren't the best indicator of efficiency in pass rushing.
Pressure.
And how good a player is at pass rushing. It's about total pressures. There's 3 other dudes that graded in the 90s in pass rushing this year, and TJ Watt wasn't one of them.
You know, it's like Trayvon Diggs. I love watching him play. He 12 interceptions or whatever. It's incredible. I think the record's 14, but he gave up so many yards and like touchdowns, like blown coverages. Like that's not exactly a great player overall. But like
because you were just ball hawking, that was all he was doing.
I mean, ball hawk. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, he got the interceptions, but
who wasn't a great player?
I don't know.
Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, okay. So again, so that's another guy. So yeah, so now it's still fantastic to get like 11-something interceptions. And what I said to Anton was, if he can get some interceptions this postseason, interceptions 100% can change the course of a game, right? But in terms of banking on you being able to get interceptions throughout a season and then do that multiple seasons, it's not something you could bank on from a consistent like tool to have in your repertoire. There's only a handful of dudes where you're like, they shut everyone down from an actual coverage standpoint. Oh, and by the way, they average 5, 6, 7 interceptions a year. Like remember Champ Bailey? Champ Bailey got like a bunch of interceptions every year, but he also blanketed everyone. So Trayvon Diggs is literally
what are you watching?
Trayvon Diggs, his run defense and his coverage grades aren't high. They're like middle of the pack.
What?
But this is the type of.
But he gets a lot of interceptions.
This is the type of player that you want. Either you run with this player and this player gambles, but these are sort of the plays in the NFL playoff that you kind of want around.
Yeah, he's going to be valuable in this playoffs because if he gets hot, let's make no mistake about it. You look at, I consider his season this year like a Zlatan Ibrahimovic highlight reel. His interceptions are absolutely insane. He had an interception a couple weeks ago where he literally jumps over 2 dudes and just goes and gets the ball. Like the ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds. He still goes up there and gets it. In terms of his ball skills, absolutely fantastic. But this is what I will say. He's only had a lot of interceptions. He's probably had more interceptions this year than he has in his whole set of seasons combined. That's not sustainable. Give me Jalen Ramsey, who gets almost a fucking 90 every year in pure pass coverage grade and can come up and play in the run game, than a dude that might get me 10. I don't even get 10 interceptions, so fucking what? Give me a guy that shuts dudes down all season. Because guess what? Jalen Ramsey will shut your dudes down for a decade. But 14 interceptions, you're not going to get that every year.
Diggs, when the ball gets in his area.
Oh, it's a wrap.
He makes the plays. That's the difference with other cornerbacks or defensive backs or even linebackers or anybody. He actually gets the ball.
I guess it depends on what you value. You got to ask yourself.
I guess because
there's better corners than him. Give me consistent better corners.
But then this is the corner that you want to take in the playoffs because these are the plays you're going to need when you need a play or two. That's a play that you could
But
take
you know what's crazy?
in the playoffs. Yeah.
My corner that we picked up from the Cowboys, Chidobe Awuzie, was graded the number 1 corner this year in the AFC. Surprise. He had an 86 overall grade.
Wow.
Well, wait till my team gets Sauce. God.
Yeah, well, who knows? His draft stock will rise. You might not even get him.
Yeah, probably not.
So,
but
okay, so I was going to say my analysis quickly of the game. I think both teams are evenly matched in most areas except for listen, the Cowboys are going to fucking score points. I know this defense is all right. Cowboys are going to fucking score points, but it doesn't matter if they're running it or throwing it. And they could say what they want about Zeke. Zeke still rushed for 1,000 yards this year and over 10, and he had 10 touchdowns in that area, 9, 10, 11, something like that.
A strong
the only reason why
he's got a great supporting cast and Tony Pollard.
But but that's what I'm saying. Everyone's talking trash about Zeke. He's not having a down year. Pollard has 800 rushing yards too. So those yards would have all gone to him had they not had Tony Pollard.
Exactly, and you're not even talking about potential injury. Like if Zeke would have had all those carries that Pollard had, you're talking like potential injury.
Zeke's still averaging 4 yards a carry too.
Yeah, like Zeke isn't having a bad year. It's just like he's not even close.
So this is what I think is going to happen.
Phenomenal backup, CeeDee Lamb. Oh my god!
Yeah,
and
they're wide receivers.
I mean, the Cowboys are going to go deep this year. I think.
See, it's funny, but we're surrounded in the NFL group chat with a bunch of fucking haters that act like the Cowboys team is just trash. Like Adam's like,
they're not trash.
I'll bet half my checking account that they go out the second round. I don't care if they play the Jaguars. It's like the Jaguars aren't even in. I don't care. He starts freaking out.
The Giants are absolute trash. And tell Adam that.
I was hoping to get Adam in here.
But think about this. They had a contract dispute, but then turned around and actually really built the team around Dak, and the team is still good. It really runs through Dak.
Yeah.
So and they've been taking the division every year, so you got to move off of the fact that there's not a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only playing to the competition in the division. They keep taking it.
Duder. Little duder in the crib. Little duder. Saw, dude. What you doing, dude? He's smiling. But yeah, so I think that Jimmy Garoppolo made mistakes last week. He'll make fucking mistakes this week. That's why they're gonna. All it's gonna take is Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going up against a quarterback that does not make a lot of mistakes. All it's gonna take is Cowboys to get up once, and then Jimmy's gonna be like, oh, shit in his pants, have to throw the ball, come from behind. I picked in my parlay Cowboys to cover the spread. The spread's only 3 points. I picked them to cover
Cowboys, it. Cowboys call it 35-10.
I wouldn't say they're going deep, but I picked them to cover the spread. I got a couple. Dude, I bet 25 to win 600. Let's go. 6-game parlay on these players.
I think the Cowboys are going real deep.
Like bottom round deep.
Evan, get on my level. I got that game, that Bengals game.
Yeah,
if I get all the
the Bengals.
$10 free dollars could get me $3,000 if I win.
And I wish.
Okay,
man,
so
I can't bet. I'm not a betting man. I can't.
It's free money. I'm using free money from the app.
So
I can't do it.
Real quick, when you look at the teams, both teams run the ball great. Only one of the teams pass the ball real great. Both teams have good defenses. I would say.
Come on.
I think Dallas's defense is better. Here's another key. Remember. Yes.
Micah Parsons.
No, here's a big key to this game. I'm watching to see how Dalton Schultz plays against this linebacker core. They got Fred Warner, but I don't like the other dudes that play that in that linebacker core. Watch for Dalton Schultz. If they get the right matchups. Watch for Dalton Schultz. The Cowboys hit the end zone a couple times in this game. You watch. So everyone's last picks for the Dallas and San Fran.
Dallas.
Dallas, and I'm probably going to say Dallas by 10.
Yeah, I'm saying Dallas to cover. I think everyone got excited last year against the flaky Rams.
Yeah. Oh,
Dallas 24 to 13.
I do think San Fran will create the most problems out of all these playoff teams that are wild card. I think Dallas is just built a little bit better offensively and defensively. So yeah, 10 points.
Okay, so
I agree with Ton.
Now we're moving on to Los Angeles Rams, who I just talked about, versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now this one was hard for me to bet, but I took the Rams covering. They're flaky, but I like them in this. I like them in this matchup against Arizona.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Arizona's missing all the running backs, like Connor and.
Well, you have a running back when you Cam.
Yeah, but Tyler's only so good. You can continue to quarterback.
Well, I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so it always gives you a shot.
Yeah,
but he's playing against a really good secondary, against a really good front.
And his
seven.
wide receivers are limited. He doesn't have Hopkins.
He doesn't have Hopkins. Yeah.
Once Hopkins went out, he was playing kind of little shoddy.
Yeah, but you don't
average.
You need your best receiver to win games. I mean, they're still winning games without him, so I'm not really worried about that. He's
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They lost a lot of games in the last stretch. They lost away the top seed.
But still, they're the 5th seed. Jake makes a good point.
The 5th seed, they were number 1 4 weeks ago.
Makes a good point.
I think Matt Stafford is gonna. He's.
Yeah, what did we say, Tom? Matty Stafford.
Matt Stafford had an incredible first half of the season. Phenomenal, like record-setting. I think he was phenomenal. I think that in the second half of the season, he has way more interceptions than touchdowns, and
I don't know about more than touchdowns, but
pretty fucking close. But I think. Man,
reverted back to his old ways. I'm sorry.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper
Kupp.
His boy.
How many receiving yards did he end up with, dude?
I don't know.
That's another guy that I told everyone. Cooper Kupp's going to be the truth. No one listened to me, and he's the truth. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, Cooper Kupp is going to get the Triple Crown, or did he get the Triple Crown?
I think Cooper Kupp deserves to be
the
MVP, is what I think. Him or Trent Williams deserves to be the MVP.
The MVP of the whole league?
Yep.
Well, who else? I think.
Okay. Okay, so listen. Obviously, the quarterback's the most important position.
Well,
it is. So we'll take the quarterbacks out of it. Trent Williams.
I think Jonathan Taylor did a good way of pushing him in there.
They could win football games without a running back. Come on.
The center is the most
important.
I hear some Adam talk here.
Oh yeah.
The DJ
like the time I told Adam, I go, who would be if we started tomorrow and all of us owned an NFL team and then we had to do a redraft, all the players, right? I go, who's your number 1 pick? He's like, Aaron Donald. Out of all the quarterbacks, like you could have literally like Kyler Murray or Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, and you're taking.
I'd pick Joe Burrow over Aaron Donald for sure.
Patrick Mahomes. You could take. Yeah. You're taking a quarterback. I told Adam. You want to know how that?
I'm taking a quarterback over a defensive player for sure.
I told Adam. I go, you know how that draft would go? He goes, how? I go, the first 15 to 20 picks would be everyone taking all the best quarterbacks. Then Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett and Jalen Ramsey would start coming off the board. Those guys. I go, a running back wouldn't get picked until the 4th round.
Who do you think would be more important? A shutdown corner or a nasty defensive end?
Okay, so that depends on how you like to play defense.
But the shutdown corner can they can both play off each other. Whoever you have, they can make the other side look always better.
Well, I'm going with defensive end because they put pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, and their first tackle.
The shutdown corner can make it so the other defensive end has a way of getting in there and then getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, looks like that.
Always up for debate. I think the original conversation we need to get back to is the Rams or the Cardinals. It's going to be really, really tough. But as far as I don't know. I have a feeling that the Rams are going to step up. Man, I gotta pick the Rams over the Cardinals.
Same here. I think playoff time. I think Rams are just gonna like Stafford, even though he has his up and downs. He's like a roller coaster. Hey,
right.
You know what a roller coaster feels like having as a quarterback, right? Josh Allen is great sometimes. He's good, bad sometimes. It goes off and on. So I think Stafford's gonna put his foot to the pedal because he hasn't been to the postseason with Detroit. I think he's gonna put his foot to the pedal.
Yeah, he did.
And
he went once or twice.
Did he? Once or twice. Oh. How many years ago?
Still,
he made Calvin Johnson what he is for the most part, and he's making Cooper Kupp what he is right now.
I think with this situation, he will put his foot on the pedal and he will do what he has to do to win this game.
I think OBJ will step up, and I really think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be like, I really, really think it's gonna be like 31-28.
Oh, really? So a high scoring close game?
I think it's gonna be a high scoring close game. It's gonna be like Kyler Murray's gonna like run for 2, throw for 2, and it's gonna come down to the last 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter, and that's a lock. I'm calling it. LA Rams 31-28 over the Cardinals.
Chad.
With
that fucking.
I say the Rams are gonna be over the Cardinals, but I think it's gonna be a little bit more. I think I'll give the Rams 37, and I'll give I honestly think Cardinals are gonna get like 24. I think they're gonna really beat them.
37. Hold up now.
I don't know the score. I don't know what score to guess, but I picked the Rams to cover the 3 points and beat them outright. With all the injuries, and then the Rams are just a more talented team. Like with all those injuries, and if the Rams put it all together, they should. I know JJ Watt.
I was listening to some YouTube, some people on YouTube, and they're like, what's the over and under on how many times they're going to show JJ Watt on the sideline during the Cardinals game?
Yeah,
they're like at least 19 over and under, because they had to pan back to him like 2 or 3 times during the play on offense. JJ Watt came back from a ridiculous injury. Look at him. He got a sack already. Look at that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got the Rams, too. I got them to cover the spread. I think they'll probably win by a touchdown or 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be a close dogfight for sure. That's gonna be a really good game. But I really, really think the Rams are gonna step up. Specifically, Matt Stafford's gonna step up, and OBJ is gonna have a couple.
Alrighty then. Now we'll move to the AFC. Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh Steelers. What we got here, boys? This one's straightforward to me.
It's a retirement party for Ben Roethlisberger, and I think KC is hosting. So KC up 38-3.
38-3.
No. I think Kansas City is going to win. As far as a score, give me a second here. I'm going to say 21-14.
Yeah, I say like 10-24.
Yeah, 21-14 for me. KC for sure.
There's just not a lot you need to say about this game. Kansas City's better at every position.
The only thing
like
I
edge
could
rusher.
say is,
well, the only category that the Steelers are better in. The only category that the Steelers are better in is quarterback rape.
Yikes.
So,
Rowdy Ben Roethlisberger. Rowdy in the bathroom stalls, dude.
I do think the Steelers defense can give Mahomes a little trouble, but not enough.
Nice kitchen.
You like that?
Wouldn't want to have to come over and cook in it.
What can I give you a good backdrop of?
It better not be your fucking toilet bowl with your shit in it, or I'll drive to Maine and hurt you.
You can drive to my house and
Yo, Jake. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Remember that? Fucking
who needs a time machine?
Yeah, who needs a time machine?
Wait, 1 second.
She's like, oh, so you want to go to India? No, you want to go to India. Go to India. That shit's fucking funny.
Go to India.
He goes, you don't want to go to India? She's like, I don't want to go to India. You can go to India. That shit's fucking funny. Really? No, really. Go to India. Just knocked up. That's a knocked up. That shit's so funny.
It's because that seems very realistic in a marriage.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you know, all of a sudden you have kids, and then you can't do all the shit you wanted to do. Like, all your dreams go down the drain and shit. She's like, oh, really? Your dreams are down the drain? She's like, what dreams? He's like, you know, like, maybe I just want to pack up and go to India. She's like, you want to go to India? He's like, yeah, you don't want to go to India? Yeah, you could go to India. I don't want to go to India. That shit's fucking funny.
So,
I mean, you know what? Let's you guys hop in a time machine and just go fuck each other.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Who needs a time machine?
Who needs a time machine? But yeah, so Kansas City, there's nothing much really to say. Like,
I mean, there's not really a lot to talk about. We can move on already, but Kansas City's they're gonna hurt them really bad.
It's gonna be bad.
What else you got?
They'll run them over. Okay, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. We got the two Bills fans here. This all this all Jake wants to get to. He's like here just to talk about. He's like, we get there already.
Man, I've been waiting. I've been joking, smoking, pissing, farting, fucking, waiting for this whole situation to come out. Here's the deal, motherfucker.
Take it away. Before you guys start, I will say, in my parlay, I have Bills covering. I got the Bills covering. You guys ain't gonna be laughing if you catch me in the second round, pussies.
Oh, the only way we're catching the second round is if KC gets beat, dude. There ain't no way that's happening.
By who?
We have to catch it. No, because if we win and you win, that means you're gonna go over and face Tennessee. Well, yeah, you would face Tennessee because you'd be the lowest seed.
So does that mean you got to beat Kansas City?
Yeah, we have to beat Kansas City.
I ain't fucking scared. Listen. Let's keep it a buck here. The only reason why Tennessee, hold on. The only reason why Tennessee's the number one seed because they fucking play no one. Their division fucking sucks. That's half the reason why they're there. Yeah. Fucking Tennessee, number one seed. What are they, like 11-6, just like the Bengals are? It's like, give me a fucking
12.
break.
They're 12 and something.
Same shit. They suck.
Back to the original point, Buffalo Patriots. I think Buffalo's got all the momentum going, and this is because. Here we go. No, don't. Hey,
I'm messing with you.
I'm not going to interrupt you when you talk whatever about the Bengals.
I don't have much to say about it.
Me either. No one does. So when it comes to the Bills Patriots, in all honesty,
let them talk.
Buffalo's got all the momentum going forward, and the Patriots with Mac Jones and all that, they haven't been playing very well. They got beat by the Dolphins. Like they're not playing very well at all. And I think a lot of it has to do with Bill Belichick not letting Mac Jones play to his full potential because it's his rookie year or whatever. But I think that's going to hurt him, and there's sub-zero temperatures coming up. So I really think it's going to be a close game, but I think Buffalo's going to take it like 21-14.
Hey, look at this thing I made. I was going to make a poster because I was going to the game. I was going to make this huge.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
I was at work and this dude sent that shit to me. I was at work in my office like laughing at him. I was like,
Macaroni and Jones.
So Chad, what do you think?
I think the Bills can win this. I think the last time I went to that Monday night game, I may have been too intoxicated. Remember the first? I couldn't get my seats until the first quarter, but I got there. I remember the game. I remember cheering it on. But I think this time around, without the wins, Mac Jones is going to have to play. They're not going to be able to run the ball and just keep running the ball. We're going to be able to stack the box and make Mac Jones have to throw because in that Monday night game, we got into the red zone almost, I think it was 4 times. And if we would have scored one of those, we could have had the game.
Well, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of what happened. And unfortunately, we couldn't score. So
I know. But
wouldn't work out that Monday game. talk about that Monday game. I would just talk about what happened when we go on their back, pounded the piss out of them. Again, I think it comes back to momentum. We got a revenge game because now it's back at home. So it's going to be more of like, hey, we need to rectify us losing at home to the Pats. So we're going to beat the motherfucking shit out of their ass. That's just me.
I give Oliver plus at least 2 sacks this game.
All right.
Who?
So
Ed Oliver, sack him twice.
So I think I know exactly what's going to happen in this game. So this game is easy for me to pick, and I'll tell you why. Because I think I know exactly what's going to happen. I had the Bills, and I picked them to cover. The margin of the points isn't that high.
What is it?
It's like 3.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Is it 4 for the
Yeah,
spread? Yeah,
it's 4. Yeah.
So when you look at the way these teams match up, Patriots have one of the best rushing offenses in the whole entire league. They can run the ball on a lot of people. I will say that at times your guys' rush defense is a little shaky. And I think that's what's going to keep the game close. It's going to be cold out. Who knows what the conditions are going to be like.
Conditions are getting worse.
Right, so the conditions are getting worse.
Colder.
I think the fact that your guys' rush defense is a little shaky is going to make it so the game's a little close. But what I think is going to end up happening is this. Mac Jones, it doesn't mean that Mac Jones is going to turn the ball over or anything because he's pretty good at not turning the ball over for the most part.
He turned over twice last game.
Yeah, but for the most of the season, he's like the first half of the season he didn't turn over much. Second half of the season,
he relied on rush tape.
Right. So the difference between these two teams is both teams have elite defenses in their own way. Bills are a little more better on the back end than they are on the front end. I would say the Patriots are good on the front end and good on the back end.
J.C. Jackson is phenomenal.
Yeah. The difference is the style of the quarterback play is going to be the difference. And it's not just the fact that your quarterback has way more tools. It's the fact that just the style of offense that the Patriots run with Mac Jones's tools is going to make it so if they get down even one touchdown, you guys will start to pull away from them. If you guys can just get after them early, score early, force them to get behind. Mac Jones isn't that great at throwing the football down the field, at least not yet. They don't have the weapons to consistently throw the football down the field. And like everyone goes, oh, Kendrick Bourne. And I like Kendrick Bourne, but that one touchdown that Kendrick Bourne scored was like a crunch time touchdown. It doesn't really mean all that much in the grand scheme of things. The fact that your quarterback can create, he can run, he's accurate, he can throw the ball all over the entire field. Once you guys get a lead, you will pull away because once you have to force the Patriots to throw the ball down the field in those conditions, Jones doesn't have the arm, the consistency down the field, and they don't have the weapons to throw the football down the field. The quarterback's going to be the deciding factor. So basically what's going to happen is you guys need to stop the run. What up, Cud? You guys have to stop the run. If you guys can just slow the run game down, you guys will win because you have the better quarterback. Just from tools alone. Stir it up.
Hey,
nice hit work, Cud.
Wait, hold on. Shh. My son's getting ready to sleep. No, but seriously. So I think, Evan, what you said was like perfect because it's going to come down to the quarterback. Mac Jones makes great decisions. Josh Allen makes decent decisions, but he's got the legs and he's also got the arm. And I think it's going to come down to like those very
Jones.
He said he loves Mac Jones.
He said he loves Mac Jones. Is that what he said? Darren said you love Mac Jones?
Fuck Mac Jones.
Why do you hate Mac Jones?
Why does the Eagles fan hate Mac Jones?
Why do you hate Mac Jones?
Because he's not the Jalen of the Hurts. That's why.
Did he come from Alabama and you don't like Alabama?
Nah, he's like Ohio State.
Hey, hold on. Evan, I think you're right. I think it's going to come down to the quarterback for sure. But the thing that scares me the most about this game is that the last game, when it was just in the wind conditions, Mac Jones only threw it 3 times and he completed 2 passes, and they still beat the piss out of us because of our run game. However, I think we know now, hopefully, what kind of plays are going to run as far as like running goes. But I don't know. It's incredibly nerve-wracking to know what they can do. However, they didn't do it. They didn't run the ball that well against us when we played them in New England. So that
takes away the whole game plan. You shut the run game down, you shut the offense down.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, the other reason why, again, it's not because I'm a fucking diehard Bills fan. It's because of statistics, like how, like, or not statistics, but like what we're talking about is that we had taken the ball away from them in New England a couple times, I believe.
Twice.
Yeah, but like, you know what? Like, our secondary is phenomenal. We were able to put enough pressure on them. Our linebackers are fucking incredible. But I don't know. It's so tough. And like, we just need Josh Allen to make better. Again, Evan, you are being 100% accurate when you say it's going to come down to the quarterback, because it really is. And our run game isn't the best, but Devin Singletary has been kind of like the past 2 games. He's been playing pretty well so far. So
I like him. I just don't think remember, running the ball for the most part is dictated on how well your offensive line run blocks and what scheme you run. I just don't think your current offensive linemen fit the mold of like pound the football type guys. They're better in pass coverage.
Ever since Spencer Brown came in, we have been doing better though.
Well, we've been doing with Spencer Brown. We've been doing better.
I like your guys' center.
Mitch Morris.
He's rock solid. That's why.
Yeah. So when it comes to, I think when we do like RPO, I think that's when we do very well, because Josh Allen does a great job of extending the play. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm pitching the football, RPO.
Oh shit. I think when we do, like, when we have a run pass option, I think we do okay. But because Josh Allen's so good at extending the play, but again, it's coming back to him making better decisions, and it coming down to the game being decided by the quarterback. Josh Allen has the experience in the playoffs in the NFL, whereas Mac Jones obviously doesn't. But I don't know. I think Josh Allen's going to make better decisions, and I think everything's going to work out, and I think everything's going to be.
It's just
better.
When you talk about all the tools that it takes to be a quarterback in a close game like that, your quarterback is better at everything. He's better at everything, and guess what? If he can't, all he's got to do is not turn the ball over. He can run on you. He can throw on you. He's accurate. As long as he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and you guys can even have some inkling of a solid run defense, you guys should beat this team. You guys should beat them.
Yeah. So I gotta say this. So if the Bills win this weekend, and when the Bengals win, and then we both Bengals and Bills win the week after that, and we meet at the Bills Stadium for the AFC Championship game, are we all going to it?
What's that?
If the Bills and Bengals are playing AFC Championship game at the Bills Stadium,
would it be at the Bills if we played you guys?
It would be at the Bills. We're a 3rd seed. You're a 4th seed.
We'll go.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. No COVID shit. Bullshit. We're going.
I would go. Even if, hey, CC, I'll tell you this. If it comes down to Buffalo Bengals in the AFC Championship and it's at Buffalo,
oh God,
I would
go.
I
know the perfect park, the tailgate. Jesus, man.
As long as you guys are okay with if we potentially win, and I'll cry.
To the stadium,
as long as you're okay with
I would still go.
I don't care. Dude, I would go just to be at the AFC Championship game at a Bills Stadium. Jesus Christ. Yeah. When's the last time that happened? 90s?
We're going to be back in New York on hopefully the 26th, and that won't be decided until the 20th.
Work on that ass.
But yeah, I'd go if it came down to it.
I'm saying it's getting close to your 2-week deadline.
We spend too much time on Bill's path because of the diehard. What's up, little man?
Oh, that's Chase. Say hi, Chase. And this is
Buffalo.
Cool. And this is your new dog's best. This is your dog's new best friend. He's a Shepherd Husky.
All right, so we all have the Bills, obviously.
Yeah,
so
Bills. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I know Darren's got Buffalo.
I'll let you guys take the next one away. I don't have a super lot to say about it because
it's only his team and everything. And
no, we already ran them over once, so they can get ran over again.
Let's hear it, Evan. Who is it?
Well, obviously, I like my team in this matchup, but it's not because I'm like, oh, it's just they match up better against this team in every way, and we already proved that. We already proved that in the middle of the season. We fucking ran these dudes over. We beat them by 20.
And
what?
Who are the Bengals playing?
The Raiders.
Oakland.
The Raiders?
Las Vegas.
All right.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas. That's hard.
Here's why I'm picking. Can I have everyone's attention real quick? Here's why I'm picking the Raiders. No, I'm kidding. I'm so sorry.
Hi. Little Colty.
He's shy now.
Yo, nice ass over there, cud.
Hey, Darren. I see you been working on them.
Squatting, Darren?
Been hitting them cheeks over there, kid. Yeah, open that up. Open.
Squatting a lot. I see. Pants on.
No, so quickly, we're better than them at every position, except for probably maybe edge. I mean, they got Max Cosby, who's the third best pass rusher this year. But
you know what? He can be stopped, and I think.
But that's all they got. We're better than them almost everywhere. We already beat them by 20. The only problem is this is the most fickle NFL season we've ever had. So many teams have beaten teams they shouldn't have, and so many good teams have lost to teams they shouldn't have lost to.
Dude,
the Giants suck.
Beating Buffalo, Jacksonville beating the Colts.
Yeah. So after what I've seen,
not getting into the playoffs.
After what I've seen so far, I'm gonna be on fucking eggshells tomorrow. From what I've seen, do I think we should fucking run these guys over? We should fucking run through these guys like we ran through them in the middle of the year. But
hopefully,
who knows? Joe Burrow's first playoff game.
The Bengals over the Raiders for sure.
So quickly, if you match the rosters up, Derek Carr's amazing, and I've always sung his praises. He's awesome. But listen, Joe Burrow's a better player.
Yeah.
He's just a better player. Then running back position, you could say it's even. You could say it's even. They have Josh Jacobs. He's really good.
The running back.
We got Joe Mixon. Running back. But this is why we're going to beat them, because we're going to score points. We're going to score. You look at their corners. I like Nate Hobbs and shit. Their defensive backs. Nate Hobbs is solid, but then who the fuck else they got? Who are their linebackers? We are gonna carve this defensive back core, these linebackers up tomorrow. Joe Burrow doesn't need to drop back, take 5 and 7 step drops. He's gonna take 3-step drops. He's gonna throw it into Jamar Chase, T against Tyler Boyd's hands, and they're just gonna make lousy corners miss all day. That's how we're gonna beat this team. Now it is in colder weather, and their linebackers suck. We got TJ Uzama, who's quietly played really well this year. Offensively, we should smoke this team. The question is,
TJ
of course, Adam's like, it's going to come down to how Joe Mixon plays. Dude, we've been beating teams purely by passing for half the season. Yeah, Mixon's got good numbers, but we're such a threat to throw the football down the field. It's the way the Saints were. The Saints ran the ball effectively because they were so good at throwing. That's how my team is right now.
I think the Bengals would be way too much for their secondary, and the offensive of the year he's gonna carve the Raiders like a Thanksgiving turkey, and not even just entire receiving core is gonna carve them up.
So two things. You said that, right?
35-30.
So the key offensively is our coach needs to He let Joe Burrow off the leash 5 weeks ago and said, "Go huck the pill, tear teams apart, go try it." And he's been doing it, right?
Yep.
Offensively, Zach Taylor needs to fucking straight go unleashed, Bob Haskins, Jet Li shit, and let Joe Burrow just throw that pill all over the place, right? That's number one. Number two, it's going to come down to our defense. We will score points. Can our defense play like the 9th, 10th, 11th ranked defense that they've been? We've been one of the better defenses in the league all season. They need to show up enough, just enough. If we can stop the run and keep Derek Carr throwing the ball short in the middle where he likes to throw it, we should run this team over. We ran them over last time we played them. It wasn't even a competition. We smoked them.
Yeah, and I think you guys are going to smoke the shit out of them. I really, really do. I think it's going to be like 35-13.
And honestly, I just want one. We haven't won a playoff game in 31 years since the year I was born. I want one. Just beat Oakland.
That's right. They won in
and you know what's crazy? Chelsea and I were going to go, but everyone at my job is sick with COVID. Everyone around here is sick with COVID. So since I started my new job, we decided to play stay safe and stay home. We were going to go to this game. We decided the last second stay home. But if Bengals and Bills go to the AFC Championship, we're going. Go. We can all go.
Oh, we are. I do not care.
So
I don't even think that's a question.
So
I think
yeah, like honestly,
going on and saying, "Yep, let's go." I don't care shit.
Honestly, we are better everywhere. 95% of the spots on the field, we're better than them.
I mean, Bengals are going to win it.
So I just picked the Bengals to cover the spread.
All right, moving on.
Well, that's it. Okay, so who are your guys' favorites to go all the way?
I mean, the Bills.
Oh,
I think.
So,
hey, listen, Darren, who did you think they were going to pick, huh?
Fly on the road to victory.
Yeah, fight, Eagles, fight.
Okay.
On the road to victory.
If it's the Bills versus Eagles in the Super Bowl, I would think they're having to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so I think, honestly, this is going to be the lame pick. I'm taking Chiefs and the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Chiefs and the Packers.
You know what? All right, hold on. I gotta think about this as far as
it's just it sucks. I'm not trying to be a homer, but it's hard to pick the Chiefs when we took the Chiefs out. Like, why not us?
We did too.
Why not you guys? That's what I'm saying. Why not you guys? Why not
that
us?
Revenge game. My dad asked me, and Evan, you know, I called him maybe a week or two ago or whatever.
Would you suck Josh Allen's dick?
I would. And he goes, "Hey, so what game was better for you? Was it Buffalo beating Kansas City in that in that revenge game, or was it Kansas City, or was it the Pats game that we beat them in their backyard?" And I went back to saying that Kansas City game, that was phenomenal. I mean, the way we beat them, phenomenal. However, in the Super Bowl, man, I gotta think about it because I love Buffalo. CC, I'm really sorry to say this. I don't think we're going to the Super Bowl.
I think if the Bills make it past this weekend, and they're able to beat KC at home next weekend, I don't know. I think we would have the momentum to run through Tennessee if we had to face them. But I think it would be the Bengals.
Listen, I'm not fucking scared of Tennessee. If you guys match up with them, or I match up with them, let's take that fucking money all day. The only reason why Tennessee is in the position they're in is they ain't play fucking nobody all year.
Dude, if the Bengals and Tennessee lock,
Tennessee's a 1 seed.
I
fucking break.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to look at it like if we like when we win this weekend, and then say like the Bengals are going to beat Oakland. But the deciding game is going to be the Steelers versus Mahomes and them. If Steelers somehow win, that makes the divisional game. I don't think they're going to, but that would make the divisional game between Bengals and the Bills inside at the Bills Stadium. That's the only way. Like, I think Tennessee, like whoever out of us would win, would be facing Tennessee. Because I don't think Steelers would beat Tennessee if they got a miracle win. Like,
I have my parlay set, but for the sake of fucking actual football, I would fucking love it if the Steelers somehow beat fucking the Chiefs.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm rooting. I fucking hate the Steelers. I'm rooting. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh to beat the Steelers. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh to beat KC. The same exact reason why CeCe, with what he was just talking about, is not going to fucking happen. But I'm rooting for that. But I mean, as far as like who's going to be in the Super Bowl, my God, I think Green Bay is going to be in it from the NFC perspective.
Yeah, they're playing really good.
There's no doubt about that. Aaron Rodgers is playing like he doesn't give a fuck, and I love it. As far as NFC goes, Green Bay is going in. As far as the AFC goes, it's such a tight race between this many people. If it's the Titans somehow they fucking being the 1 seed or whatever, and it all works out in their favor, and King Henry returns, I don't think it's even going to matter. I think Green Bay is going to win the Super Bowl this year for the NFC side. If it works in our favor, yeah, I'm going Bills by 100.
Could you imagine Bills Cowboys in the Super Bowl?
Dude, if Bills Cowboys ever happen,
listen,
I don't even know.
The only thing that I would love more,
I would go Bills all the way just to beat that shit out the way.
The only thing I would love more than our teams going to the Super Bowl is if the Cowboys made it to the fucking Super Bowl, because Adam would have a fucking conniption fit.
Well, I agree with you then, Evan. I agree with you.
But I'd also love to see the Eagles make noise.
Eagles ain't making shit.
How about the Vikings? They ain't making no noise either. Get the coach out of there. Hey, you better save that finger for a cold, lonely night, motherfucker.
Talking about my vice. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, dude, swaggy.
That Mike Zimmer and Spielman out the paint.
Yeah, when are we going to coach the Vikings?
Probably should start coaching them now.
Anton, did they send you an invite to be for an interview for the coaching?
They should. Yo, well, we still need weapons though.
Yeah, right. I gotta get guys. I gotta get Adam in.
That's all we got
on one of these.
New weapons. Yeah, everyone's long in the tooth.
I have to get Adam in on one of these so that we can get him fired up, mute him, and shit.
When you become the head coach over there, could you trade Cook over to the Bills for us? That'd be awesome.
Hells no.
You guys don't got no weapons over there.
Maybe you guys should go in the draft and go get his brother from Georgia. His brother is fucking nasty. You might want to go draft him.
What's up, Colty? What are you doing, dude?
Hey, hi, Colty.
The Grinch.
Oh, so hey, have you heard some of the reasoning why they kind of let go of Mike Zimmer?
Because they got sick and tired of his old crusty ass.
They said in the final game, it was a 0-0 game, and they wanted internally they thought that they might roll with Mond because it wasn't a nothing game. See what he's got. Zimmer said, no, we're not going with Mond on a nothing game. And he said he didn't care about records, about Justin Jefferson breaking a record. So basically internally they were like, listen, this dude is he's on something else. Like there's nothing, okay, so Kirk Cousins is still possibly going to be the quarterback. Why don't we see what Mond's got? Just have him go, play against the Bears defense and just roll it out.
Dude,
and
they'll probably bring your boy Adam Gase in.
Yo, we'd be looking like the Jets.
Oh, if you could bring Adam Gase in,
that's all that better.
Well, no, we've been looking like the Jags then.
Ugh.
Oh,
You wouldn't like Trevor Lawrence?
What, the interception king?
Well, no. I like my quarterback rolling into his own bar and got young women dancing on his lap. That's fine with me.
Right? Isn't that the coach?
What is Kirk Cousins doing over there? Isn't he married?
Wasn't that the coach?
Hey, Rick Pitino was married.
Yeah, listen, Rick Pitino's fucking. Yo, if I was a college player, I would have played for Rick Pitino so fast. I was like,
Yeah, a bunch of busters.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino's got prostitutes and escorts. So
Yo, Rick Pitino. All that stuff that was going on at Louisville with the call girls / strippers or whatever, they were doing it in the building that was named after his brother-in-law because he died of like cancer or something like that. That's how Rick Pitino rolls. That's Rick Pitino. Boy, that's my boy.
He's like, must have an
that's my boy. Look at him laughing. It's like, that's my boy. No, Rick Pitino's ruthless, man. Yo, if we can get a recruit in, he'll sell everything. Rick Pitino's crazy.
So,
look,
what do you say,
the
Jay?
Iona program is rolling now.
What do you say, Jay?
do we still want to talk about like football shit? Because like I got something else we can talk about, or it could be a whole other, or it could be a whole other podcast, whatever. So like, who do we think is going to be like from top to bottom? And chime in if I forget something. But who's going to be MVP?
Oh, okay.
NFL. Who's going to be MVP? Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie Player of the Year, all that shit.
All right, I'll make a case for MVP right now.
Well, we should start from the bottom up.
Okay,
as far
what
as
do you
like,
want?
we should go,
Rookie of the
defense. We should go defense, offense, and then MVP, because MVP is king of the league. Or whatever.
You pick the awards and we'll go.
Well, so defensive rookie of the year,
Micah Parsons.
1,000%. If it ain't Micah Parsons, then we riot.
You want to know why it's Micah Parsons? It's simply this. Not only is he amazing at linebacker, he's intelligent, and he's athletic. They could say, he could do that, but Micah Parsons never rushed the passer in college, steps into the league against grown-ass men, and runs everyone over as a pass rusher. 14 sacks this year. No, he makes grown-ass men look like fucking bitches is what that dude does.
Looks silly. If it's not Micah Parsons,
dude, listen, I don't know who they played, but I watched Micah Parsons. Now remember, strength varies and shit among players and positions. Micah Parsons 6'3", 245, 250 pounds, right? I watched a tackle swing out and try to block him on a straight bulldozing, like kick him out of the play block. And he just double extendo punched this tackle who's like 6'7", 340 pounds, lifted the dude up, threw him out of the play, and then made the play on the ball carrier and got a tackle for loss. Not a lot of dudes can do that, let alone be smaller. There's a lot of defensive ends that are bigger than him that can't make that play. Like, he's a fucking freak, and make no mistake about it. You look at his PFF grades, you look at his numbers, he's 20 years old, 21 years old. You know how good he's going to be when he's 25, 26, 27, 28 if he gets coached well?
He can stay healthy.
The dudes
menace to society if he can stay healthy.
The dudes that think the Michael Parsons thing is a hype train and they're being haters, they just obviously don't know what they're watching then.
Yeah, they're haters. But if the defensive rookie of the year isn't Micah Parsons, I'm done watching NFL.
Who else? Name another rookie defensive player. Can you name another one that's as good as him? Off the top
of
your head?
You can't.
You can't. No one's in the discussion.
It literally goes, Micah Parsons is like 1, 2, and 3, and then all the way down to like number 97.
Maybe Patrick Surtain Jr. He was really good this year. But
maybe. But like as far as like breakout, like you can't have like that, like Micah Parsons rushing the quarterback in coverage. He's a ball hawk. Like he's got the
Javon Holland. Javon Holland from Miami's
speed.
really good.
He's got the speed. Like Micah's got the speed of a quarterback, but he's got the power of a defensive line. It's just and he's playing middle line. It's just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, I'm done talking about it because it's going to be happening.
I guess we all agree on that. So what do you want? Offensive Rookie of the Year is a little closer, but it's still a runaway in my opinion.
It's Jamar Chase.
Yeah, it's Jamar
Chase. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's...
What's he get, 1,500 receiving yards?
Yeah, 1,455 off 86 catches for 14 touchdowns or some shit like that.
Yeah,
stupid.
It's in Joe Burrow coming off of an injury doing that, it's disgusting what he's been able to do. And like, honestly, Evan, hate saying this, I'm sorry, but with those two, I've wanted to watch Bengals games after seeing those two play. Before then, I don't give a shit about no.
Jamar's really good. Like his blend of strength, explosiveness, his awareness. Like, and everyone talks about the drops, but he actually only averages. He's only averaging 6.5 drops per so many catches or whatever. And there's like star elite receivers that are averaging more drops than him. So. You know, he's not a drop machine just because he dropped 3 passes in preseason. Everyone's like, oh. Although, I will say this, the passes he has dropped would have given him almost like yardage-wise. He's dropped 3 passes that would have given him like, he dropped 2 80-yard passes that would have been touchdowns. He would have had way more yards. A couple of the passes he did drop in the regular season, he would have been pushing Cooper Kupp numbers if he caught a handful more balls. In terms of yards, I don't think he would have had the touchdowns that Cooper Kupp's got, but yards, he could have been up there in yards, depending on certain plays. But yeah, we got a crazy receiver course. Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Most rookie yards in the season, though.
Yeah, barely. He beat Randy Moss's record. Like
but Randy Moss's record ain't no thing to shine by, you know?
Yeah, no.
He probably beat rookie touchdowns, right?
I thought Moss had like 17 touchdowns as rookie. Maybe not.
What do you have, 15? Or whatever like
Chase
that? Or
has 13 or 14 touchdowns. But my defensive player of the year is Aaron Donald again. Or you could go Myles Garrett.
Trey Diggs.
No, it's Trey Diggs.
Let's do flips on me. But no, defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year, I say it's for me. It's a toss up.
It's definitely like that's the tough thing. Like we were talking about earlier. Like Trayvon Diggs. Great player, has all those interceptions, but he has so many yards against him as well.
Yeah.
And touchdowns. So you can't, you have to put that
his
against
overall coverage grade is a 61. It's not that good.
Same thing for TJ Watt. You're like, you know what I mean? TJ Watt's great. Same thing. TJ Watt, he has things he doesn't do great at. I mean, you look at a lot of, I see you. Oh. But, I don't know. I guess, I haven't. What's Aaron Donald's like? What's his stats? I haven't.
Well, his overall PFF grades in the 90s, his pass rush grades probably in the 90s, and his rushing grades probably in the high 80s. I don't know what his coverage grade is, but they probably don't drop him into coverage all that much. So, but just like him and Myles Garrett are just dominant in every facet of what they're asked to, and that's what's more efficient with defensive players. Cool, get 18, 20 sacks, but it's not sacks that really determine outcomes of games. It's pressures. Look at Max Crosby.
Pressure.
Look at Max Crosby. He's a good run defender. Max Crosby has over 100 pressures this year. You know how crazy that is? 100 pressures. He's got over 100 pressures, and he got like 16 sacks. Give me that player over dude that just gets sacks and not a lot of pressures. It's the same thing.
I know.
It's the same thing. Watt's better than this player. But it reminds me when dudes freak out about sack numbers and when dudes freak out about defensive ends, they're not, like, for example, you know who's not that good? Jadeveon Clowney. Somehow, Jadeveon Clowney gets lauded as this pass rusher, and he's like, I need to get paid as one of the best pass rushers. Jadeveon Clowney's never ranked in the top 25 in pressures, and he's never had a 10-sack season. But yet, dudes are out here paying him like he's this good pass rusher. He can't rush the passer. He's really good.
I think that was also
he's good at run defense.
The free agency this year. I think that was also the free agency that year too.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I got to run and get my charger. You guys can talk.
Oh shit! It's me and Darren over here.
Yo! Tell us what the Eagles are gonna do, Cud.
Yeah, Darren, tell us what the Eagles are gonna do.
Lose.
Tell us how they are gonna win.
No, they're not. They're not gonna win. They're gonna lose.
Oh, come on! You can't talk like that. What would make them win? What would give them a chance to win? Like, what would give them the upper edge?
If they had any defenders. They don't have a defense. Can't do anything with their defense.
Well, Tampa Bay is missing a lot of wide receivers and shit. I mean, they're missing their top 3 wide receivers. Antonio Brown's gone, Carson's gone, and Godwin's gone, and I'm not sure if I thought their other wide receiver was gone too. Yeah, or he was injured.
We said we all said we like the Eagles to cover and make it a close game. What's cool about that is in betting, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, I took the Eagles to cover, right? Because the spread was 8 points. If the Eagles win, that still counts, right? For my bet.
Yeah, if the Eagles win.
Right.
And if the Eagles win,
so
they, like I said,
you bet your ass Sunday I'm a fucking Eagles fan. I'm gonna be fucking screaming at the TV.
Defensive player of the year, Blake Martinez.
He's being sarcastic. No, it's whoever the nose tackle is on their team. Hinkle McCringleberry. I don't know whoever the fuck their nose tackle is.
If you could have seen James Bradbury get bagged by Devontae Smith in real life.
Oh, boy. What happened?
He literally... Dude, I thought it was a broken play, but it was a set play. But Devontae Smith was acting like he's blocking, dude. And he literally just gets by him. He's like, fuck you, pretty much. And he braced off into a post. It was a play-action play. He braced off into a post. And Jalen Hurts is running right, and he stops and he goes, boom, looks over left, was like, whap, over the defense. Dude, Devontae Smith was behind James Bradbury. It was a bad ball. But James Bradbury jumps up, and Devontae Smith literally reaches over the top of him and was like, give me that. And Adam was losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is why I can't stand Philly fans. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's literally going to get shot in the middle of Philly.
Dude, just like how remember when what do you got?
This right here, though?
Okay, my bad. That was dirty. Where'd you get that?
Fucking come and find me, motherfucker.
No, remember the time it was blizzarding out and you Snapchat me and you're like, if we're going to survive out here, we got to take a trip, go get the chalky milk, and you walk to the gas station.
Yo, that was so long ago. That was when that used to be a Wilson's Farm.
Yeah, dude. Yo, don't you think we need some more fucking gas stations on this side of town? They're putting a Walgreens or some shit in there. You better be able to get gas at that bitch. I don't got to worry about it because I'm on the east side now. There's all kinds of fucking gas stations around me, but
there's an actual gas station down the road.
Yeah. But yeah, the fucking what is it, Marabito's Quick Way or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But no, so whatever happened, remember the time we were watching the Dallas game and fucking CeeDee Lamb burnt Bradbury and Adam tries to blame it on the other dude. He's like, this guy's over here just because there's another safety. He's trying to say it's Dallas's safety's fault just because his strong safety or free safety was out near the play, he's like, it's the safety's fault. And I'm watching CeeDee Lamb just run past Bradbury. What sucks is Bradbury's actually really solid, but he's not. He's like B+. He's not A plus.
CeeDee Lamb's like an A minus, A plus wide receiver.
Don't tell Adam that. The only thing that's stopping CeeDee Lamb from being like a fucking force is the fact that he's sandwiched between other two good receivers and a good tight end. What do you think they're gonna do with that team, Cod? Do you think they're just gonna let Gallup go so they could pay Schultz and CeeDee Lamb? They'll probably let Gallup walk. Gallup to the Eagles, baby.
I'll take.
Yeah, dude, Gallup is good. His first season in the league, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jake. So, what do you want? Offensive Player of the Year?
What do you guys have?
Oh, we already said Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year. Oh, that's what he's on right there. Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year for me. Okay, so this is gonna sound stupid.
Tom Brady.
I'm taking Cooper Kupp. He's my Offensive Player of the Year. Because I don't think we have to just take quarterbacks all the time.
Didn't he have like 880, almost 1,800? Like,
yeah, he has over 100 catches. He has like fucking 18 touchdowns, 1,800 yards, like something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And go look, honestly, Trent Williams had almost a perfect PFF score at 33 years old. Someone has to give some love for Trent Williams, the most dominant offensive line play I've ever seen this year. Murdered everybody. But I say Cooper Kupp. Just dominant. I'm sure it grinds Adam's gears that a white dude's out here tearing everybody up. Yeah. That's just funny. Adam's like, oh, well, white guys aren't good at football. They ain't fast. They ain't this, they ain't that. I'm like, all right, Adam, you're like 3/4 white.
And he's not even good at football.
Yikes. Don't, how dare you? How dare you?
I'll toast him up.
No, how dare you? How dare you?
Yo, he's nasty at basketball, though.
Hey, Adam is a great coach. Don't talk bad about him.
Adam would be a horrible coach. Dude, team like players would
let his
quit.
team somewhere.
Yeah, right. Adam's your coach.
Adam's my life coach.
Dude, if he coached me in basketball, I could possibly get worse.
Where did Jake go?
Adam's go-to is it's not what the scoreboard says. It's how the play is. Like,
it's how it's played.
Yeah. So you could lose by 55 and just be like, yeah, but like we scored like a few touchdowns. Like,
yeah. Hey, you got to start watching the games, man.
Oh yeah.
That's the other one. You got to start watching the games.
Yeah.
You really got to start watching the games, man. Hey.
You was losing mine because I said that.
Darren, I don't think you're watching the games like you should be watching.
Say that again, Darren.
I said that Giants squad that won the Super Bowl a few times, I said that they were trash, and he lost his fucking mind. I was like, who'd you even have? He was like, I had Aaron Ross, and I go, oh, who?
They were good. They were pretty good. So who's the MVP?
You gotta say, I'm a Bills fan, and Josh Allen, I would love him to be it, but Rodgers got it. Rodgers has a hands down. He has better numbers than Tom Brady does, and like he has four interceptions to his touchdown. I would like to say Jonathan Taylor, but I don't think they're going to give it to running back. Plus that last game, that Week 18 game ruined it for Taylor. Ruined it.
I can make the case. That Joe Burrow deserves MVP consideration because Tom and Aaron might have a few more touchdowns than him, and Tom might have more yards. But other than that, he's better than every other quarterback in the league in every statistical and analytical attribute. And no one picked our team to be good, and he's taken our team to the playoffs. That's value. Like, that's value. He's taken a team that no one thought was going to be where we are, and he's helped will us Willis there. That's crazy value. All I'm saying, you can make the argument. You can make the argument that he could be MVP.
You definitely could. It's like without Josh Allen, the Bills would be what the Bills are. It's all based off of MVP, but then it's all based off of. I think it's like a popularity, like a homecoming king type of thing. You know, you're like, hey, who did the best, but who is also more popular to everyone else? Because dude, Jonathan Taylor willed the Colts to wins all the time. Without him on that team, that Colts team would have lost 6 more games, I think.
Kind of like you in baseball.
Yeah, it is kind of like you in baseball. So, closing, anything you guys want to say? Any things you look, certain matchups or anything you're looking forward to seeing over the weekend? Or?
I'm just looking for Uzomah to get a touchdown this week and everything.
Brian Flores, the Vikings.
Ooh, head coach?
No, maybe defensive coordinator. I'm kidding. Yeah, head coach.
That'd be a good signing.
They just want a culture change. Whatever. That's my closing statement.
Bills Bengals AFC East championship game. You know?
Dirty Dallas, maybe getting into the NFC championship.
Yo, Ton.
Yeah.
If the Bengals and the Bills make it to the AFC championship game and face each other, we all got to go.
Okay.
Like all of us. Me, you, Jake, Chad, Jake.
We're going to have a whole bus load riding up there.
Who would actually have the home field?
Bills.
Higher
seed. And then I'll feel bad when we just fucking run you guys over. So.
Joe Burrow gets the turn.
Fuck yeah. Oh, by who? What pass rushers you guys got?
And Oliver.
Season ticket holders get the first.
Maybe Espinoza.
Yeah.
Maybe Jerry.
Season ticket holders get the first.
Yeah, well, no, but there'll be tickets left over. We just go to say we went. We can go top shelf with that dude from when Jake and I were little. Come on, man. Fucking screaming out there. That dude's probably still alive. They probably have to wheel that dude in there and stick him at the top deck.
No, he died of alcohol poisoning of the liver.
Gotta get a 30 brick in before we get into the
tailgates when it's cold. You have to keep drinking to keep warm.
The only problem is that game will be on a Sunday, won't it?
Well, we don't. I mean, I don't know how those games. Yeah, well, I mean, we always take a Monday off.
I mean, maybe. We'll see what happens. It's not as easy at my job, but it is. It's easier than the PO. That's for fucking sure.
Hey, just say, I got to go get tested just in case. Someone close to me might have got it.
No, I got
go get tested. Make sure bills, fucking red, white, and blue is running out.
So with my job, my new job, there's certain holidays that are optional to work. So if I work, and I don't give a fuck about any of the holidays. If I work those optional days, I get floater days. So I could take a Monday off. So
we'll see with the PO.
But yeah, so any last things you guys want to say at all before we close this shit down? I'm gonna hop on the PlayStation probably a little later if you guys are getting on.
I should be getting on. I got time in me. The kid should fall asleep really closely soon. Actually,
will we be getting back together for after this week's playoff?
Yeah, if you guys are okay with doing it on this like this, I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
after the first week of playoff round.
Yeah, we could do one next weekend.
You were right where we were wrong.
We could plan for next Friday night.
Okay.
Do you guys actually want to do would you guys be not actually live, but just doing something like this for us for 2 games tomorrow?
I mean, we could probably run Discord, but in order for me to do that, I can't watch it in the living room. I plan on posting up in the living room, but we could throw like the Discord. Everyone can hop in Discord and chat, and I'll put an earpiece in or something.
Okay, this is chat.
Hate to say it, but I probably won't be available like during the actual game itself because I'm going to be fucking wired. So I probably won't join Discord. However, like if you want to do something like, well, I'm sure probably can't do.
You sure you don't want to be a part of Discord while the Bills game is on? That would be fun.
I'm gonna be way too invested. Like,
yo, Jake, you don't got a Bluetooth headset.
Jake,
do you have like a? You don't have like a Bluetooth earpiece?
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Me and my brother do like a Discord every single Bills game, and we just watch it through that Stream East.
You don't, Jake? Do you have a Bluetooth earpiece like for your phone?
No.
The fuck kind of world do we live in? This dude don't have a Bluetooth.
I don't use Bluetooth.
You're a fucking cop. You ain't got a fucking headset with a radio on it. Breaker 1, 2.
I see someone calling me. I say, nope. That's it.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's what it is.
I'm surprised he even got on here and stuck around, to be honest with you. His face. Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
Jake, what do you use to watch the Bills game anyway?
Nice shirt, Jake. Racist.
Jake, what do you use to watch? What do you use to watch the Bills games, anyways?
YouTube TV.
Phone.
But YouTube TV doesn't always work because it's always.
I always do Stream East.
What?
Stream East.
Streaming it online. You go to like Sports Surge or something like that and stream it.
Well.
That's what I do.
2 weeks I won't. In 2 weeks I won't have any problem.
Well, hey, too. Remember, by the way, Chad, if you have Paramount Plus, Amazon, Peacock, all those things, a bunch of those games are on those, so you're not going to have to stream every single game this weekend. I think there's a couple of them that are going to have a game.
I gotta go. Last thing.
Love you, Jake.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sign off on this.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on. I'll just like do the actual shutdown. You guys don't have to hop off right this second, but I'll still be able to talk to you after I stop the stream. But it's Keep It a G Real podcast. You know what it is. Now that we could do this, I plan on doing more. I think if you guys are interested, I'm shooting for maybe Monday. Spencer, Kyle, Dante, and I are going to do a video game one, talk about video games, latest shit coming up. If you guys want to pop in, the Discord will be up. So, like, you literally can hop in and out if you just want to say hi or whatever. But we'll be on for that one. And, fucking Cuphead! Oh! But, yeah, so we're, you know, it is Keep It a Geo Real podcast. Thanks for being on, guys. We're sponsored by Ultimate Athletics, home of one of the best MMA gyms in upstate New York. We're also sponsored by Bronze Images. We're sponsored by Heavy Hookers. Arm wrestling team just got the new shirts, baby. Let's go. We're sponsored by the Illuminati and by Butt Plugs. Go Bills, baby. Go Bills, go Bengals this weekend. All right. This is the Keep It G Real podcast. We'll be back Monday. Sponsored by Fajita Grill. And we're out.